Teachers have an important voice to use, and my hope is that this Advocacy 101 presentation will reveal a number of ways that you can advocate for public education, the teaching profession, and the students that you teach. My name is Missy Bender, and I'm the Regional Advocacy Director for Collin and Denton counties at Raise Your Hand, Texas. We are a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization that supports public education through targeted programming and legislative advocacy. What is advocacy? Advocacy is expressing support for a cause, and our cause is public education. Let's look at 3 different types of advocacy and see if any of these sound like something that you've done before or might be interested in doing to support public education. Self-advocacy refers to a person's ability to effectively communicate, convey, negotiate, or assert his or her own interests, desires, needs, and rights. In other words, it's standing up for oneself. Individual advocacy, our second example, occurs when a person or a group of people concentrate their efforts on influencing the decision of 1 or 2 individuals. There are 2 common forms of individual advocacy, informal and formal. When people like parents, friends, family members, or agencies speak out and advocate for vulnerable people, this is called informal advocacy. Formal advocacy more frequently involves organizations that pay a staff to advocate for someone or for a group of individuals. Systems advocacy is about changing policies, laws, or rules that impact how someone lives their life. These efforts can be targeted at the local, state, or national level. The focus can be changing laws or policy, and what is targeted depends on the type of problem and who has authority over that problem. There are so many different ways to advocate, and there is going to be an approach that will fit your personal style and interest. By now, you may be asking yourself, what can I do? The exciting news about advocacy is that there is a place for everyone who wants to advocate. Whether you want to spend a little time or a lot of time, feel timid or courageous, or want to work online or in person, there is a place and an opportunity for you. Let's start with an activity that you can do on your own time. You can begin to educate yourself by reading about politics. A few nonpartisan examples include the Texas Tribune and the Quorum Report. Both of these organizations are Texas-based and cover politics and government. They're available free of charge. Politico is a national political magazine that will cover education issues as well, usually with a national perspective. Of course, there are other news sources. These are just a few examples. As you research news sources, look for political perspectives with a nonpartisan point of view. Another option that can support you on your journey toward advocacy is to join an organization that advocates on the topic that you care about. You've already taken that step by joining UEA Texas. You may also want to join a parent organization like PTA or others that also advocate for education. These organizations will contain experts that can keep you informed about the organization's advocacy priorities and the legislation related to those priorities and support you on your advocacy journey. You're busy. You want to advocate. Fortunately, you can connect with education advocacy groups like mine, Raise Your Hand Texas, who will keep you informed in a way that works for you. It could be through an electronic newsletter, text alerts, or just a phone conversation. You can sign up on our website or that of any other group of your choice and let us know what kind of communication works best for you. Voting is another very important way to use one's voice, and you can encourage that by becoming a Texas Volunteer Deputy Voter Registrar. This role allows you to help others to register to vote. If this is interesting to you, contact the voter registrar in your county of residence. Many organizations like mine will host in-person or online events with legislators or candidates for office. Attendees can listen to candidates respond to questions about public education, and you may even be able to pose your own question to candidates and mingle with them before or after the event. You can use this opportunity to learn how legislators feel about the issues that matter to you, and it may present an opportunity for you to share your perspective directly with candidates or office holders as well. The advocacy opportunities that we've talked about thus far relate to ways that you can become more informed about the issue of public education that you care about. This example of seeking information turns you into a subject matter expert. If there is a feature of public ed that matters to you, like special education, mental health, academic outcomes, then you can become a subject matter expert on that topic. The more that you learn about something, the more that others around you will seek out your expertise on that topic. Information is power, and you can increase your influence as an advocate by deeply understanding an issue. The decisions of others affect teachers. There are some opportunities for teachers to weigh in on those very decisions. Rule changes proposed by the Commissioner of Education are available for public comment within a certain window of time. Comments are submitted electronically by anyone who wishes to do so. If you are interested in reviewing the rule changes under consideration, search for Proposed Texas Commissioner Rules online so that you can find the proposed rules with open comment periods whenever you wish to review those opportunities. The State Board of Education also posts rule changes that it is considering online for public comment. It may be worth periodically reviewing these opportunities to see if there's anything of interest that you would like to comment on. The third area of rulemaking comment opportunity is with the State Board for Educator Certification. This is known as SBEC. You can check the SBEC website to review their potential rule changes and the timeline available for public comment. Your local school board and the state legislature both make decisions that affect public education. Fortunately, the meetings of both of these policy-making bodies are available online. You can watch the deliberations to learn more about the discussions that take place about public education. You will also be able to learn about the flow of business that occurs during these meetings, and you can see how others advocate. Then you can discern which advocacy efforts are effective by observing others as they advocate to the school board and to the legislative committees. Voting in every election is very important. The local elections, the primaries, and the general elections are all important. Candidates and office holders can check to see if you have voted or not, because that is a matter of public record. If you want to advocate, you should be a regular voter. Voting sends a message that you care and are paying attention to the decisions of office holders. The legislative process in Texas begins in January of odd-numbered years, and it lasts for about 5 months. Every legislative action is recorded on Texas Legislature Online. That's a website. Anyone can review all past actions from previous sessions and can keep up with all of the actions of the current session. One can find all of the bills filed. There are about 6,000 bills filed per session, and you can follow those that relate to public education. On average, about 1,000 of those 6,000 bills filed relate to public education. You can set up an account and search for the topics that you care about. In addition, you can get notified when there is an activity that is related to bills that matter to you. If you're curious about the legislative process, then this opportunity is one that will interest you. Every legislator has a number of staff members that they select to work on their team each session. They trust and rely heavily on these staffers. It is useful to get to know them. They serve as the gatekeepers to the legislator, and they can offer insights to you. Always treat them with utmost respect and seek out opportunities to meet with them. They will always know the details of the legislation under consideration, so it's productive for you to share your opinion with them as well as with the legislator. Seek out the opportunity to meet with the legislator in the home district before they go to the Capitol. Develop a relationship with him or her outside of session so that you can more easily connect and contact them during session. Legislators are always looking for solutions. If you present a problem, then also bring a suggested solution as well. They're not expert on all topics, so help them understand how to remedy your concern by presenting the solution that you desire. Now that you've become an expert with all of the study that you've undertaken in your quest to become an advocate, you are well equipped to express your opinion to influence others. You may want to write an opinion piece and submit it to a news organization. Policymakers will listen to voters. If you want to influence a policymaker, then it's useful to build a base of people who share your point of view. Hosting a house party and inviting others to your home, whether it is in person or online, to discuss the issues that you care about is also a useful tool. This builds grassroots support. If you would like to advocate now at the Capitol, you have an opportunity to testify at a legislative hearing. Since you're advocating for public education, this would mean that you would probably testify at one of the House Public Education or the Senate Education hearings on the piece of legislation that you care about. The agendas for these meetings are available on Texas Legislature Online so that you will know when to be prepared to testify. There is an advocacy opportunity that can fit your personal interest and time available. If you're ready to advocate now and you'd like some support, your Regional Advocacy Director at Raise Your Hand Texas is here to help you. We would like to connect with you if you would like to start your advocacy journey. I've included my contact information along with that of my colleagues for Greater Fort Worth, Dallas County, and Central Texas. We would love to connect with you. Thank you for your commitment to public education, and thank you for your desire to use your teacher voice to speak up for all children.